In this tutorial, I'll be explaining how to cut this extended peplon. In my previous video, I've dropped the tutorial of the blouse, but someone dropped a comment that she does not really understand how to cut the extended peplon. So I decided to just create a little tutorial explaining the peplon part alone. So if you want the full tutorial of the blouse, I will link the tutorial link in the comment section. So because I don't want to waste fabric, I'll be using paper to explain. So now you fold your fabric. So let's assume you are using a fabric. You fold your fabric in the length of your peplon. So for you to know the length of your peplon, you must have sewn your half length, know your blouse length. Then the remaining should be for your peplon. So let's assume after calculating your half length from your blouse length, your peplon length is 8 inches. So you fold this fabric on 8.5. So 8.5 because you'll be needing half inch to turn it. So you fold it on 8.5. As you can see that this is on fold and it is 8.5. So when I open it up, I have 17 inches. Do you understand that? So this is on fold and it is 8.5. But when you open it up, you have 17 inches. Then after that, you fold it again like this into two. You fold it like this into two again. So you are cutting one side of the front in this way. You are cutting the front first. So folding it like this, you are cutting one side of the front. So the next thing you will do now is to measure your waist divided by 4. So if you are using 24, let's assume the waist we are working with is 24. So 24 divided by 4 is 6. So you mark 6 on this point. So from that point downward should be the length of your extended peplon. So for your folding now, if you want the extended peplon to be as long as 20 inches, you fold this on 26.5. 26.5 because 6 will be for your waist, 20 will be for your extended peplon, and 0.5 will be for the turning at the edge. Do you understand? Let's assume your waist is 40. So you will have 10 inches for your waist. Then if you want to use 20 inches for your extended peplon, so that's 30 inches plus half inch, that's 30.5. And if you want to increase the length of the extended peplon, you can increase it as much as possible. So the half inch we added upward is what I'm marking out. I'm just using my pen to rule it out so that you can see. So this is the half inch. Then at the side also we'll be sewing it. We'll be sewing it at the side. So let me open this up. So to measure the waist on the other side now, you measure the same 6 inches at this side. You measure the same 6 inches. So at the front now, you have 12 inches for your waist. Then at the back, you should have 12 inches also. So that's if your waist is 24. If your waist is 40, at the front, from this center point, you should have 20 inches. Then, depending on the length of your extended peplon. Like I said, at this part here too, we'll be sewing it with half inch. So you should consider that when you are measuring your peplon. So you have a straight fabric just like this. So this is how you cut it, and this is what the front will look like. So when you want to sew, you start sewing from that point. Then don't sew this small short line. Just start sewing from that point straight downward. So is that for that other point you will just notch it so that you will have a sewing allowance to attach the waist area to the upper bodies. So let's cut the back. So the back will be also be the same length as the front, but because my pattern paper is not enough, so I just decided to use this shorter paper. But please, the front and the back length is the same thing. If you are using 8.5 for the front, the back too should be 8.5. So at the center back of your front, you measure your zipper allowance plus half inch for turning at the center back, and your zipper allowance. So let's assume you are using 1 inch for your zipper allowance. So you have a 0.5 first, then 1 inch for the zipper allowance, because there will surely be a zipper at the back of the peplon, except you are not adding a zipper. But if you're adding a zipper at the back, you add 1 inch. You use your zipper allowance. So it's after the line you will now measure your waist divided by 4, just like we did for the front. So the only difference between the front and the back is just the zipper extension there. So you also rule out this 0.5 inches. Then the same sewing at the side here, you will join it. Since our fabric is on fold, we don't need to join the lower part. So we don't need to join the lower part. This fabric is on fold. So let me open up this center back. So the 0.5 there is to sew it. So you have 2 for the back. So one for the side and the other one for the other side of the back. Please note that the extended peplon length should be the same thing. Why my own is looking shorter is because of this 1.5 that I took out. But let me trim it off so that you don't get confused. It must be the same length. If you are using 20 for the extended peplon at the front, you must also use the same 20. And the height of your peplon should be the same. My own is not the same using this paper because the leftover paper I have is not up to the measurement I use for the front. But please, it should be the same thing. The length of your peplon at the front and the back should be the same thing. The extended peplon should be the same thing. The only difference between the front and the back is that the back has a joining at the center back because of the zipper allowance. So that's what you will cut. I hope with this tutorial, I hope with this video you've understood how to cut an extended peplon. It's just a straight fabric unfold that you just measure your waist and the extended peplon length. So that's just it. So at the front you should have your waist divided by 2, and at the back you should have your waist divided by 2. So guys, I hope with this little paper demonstration you've been able to understood how to cut an extended peplon. And if you still have any question, let me know in the comment section. Bye.